It is finals time, ladies and gentlemen, here for the Call of Duty World War II 4v4 Search and Destroy for November 28th. We've got the side of SZNXO going up against SpriteZero Cranberry. Yes, a very specific name, and one that is obviously very clever. Very overall solid name. I got to give it to them. Probably one of the best team names that we've had in UMG tournaments, I think it's fair to say, so far. In the World War II season. But looking on here, we'll be looking at Ardent Forest for map number 1 of this best of 3, as of course both these teams have fought their way valiantly to get here and do not want to walk away empty-handed, as it currently is a 1 versus 2. Staandy, the last alive here for the side of SpriteZero, as he is going to have a tall order here, especially with that bomb already being planted inside a cabin. However, though, this is the guy who played incredibly strong in a prior series facing off against the 3/4 of Hype Unit along with Nihil. Was able to take out that team in his semifinal matchup, and that's exactly why he shuts down the final 2 players. Takes a glance at that pistol, as that's his moneymaker, man. Gets the hat trick in the round, gets the Molotov, and gets the victory, man. Insane play there coming in from Staandy as he just walks through cabin and easily picks up those final 2 kills. I say easily because he's making it look that way. But this is the guy, like I said, who was playing incredibly strong when it came down to their prior series. And this is definitely the guy to be looking at. Definitely the player who the side of SZNXO has to be watching out for. As this group, of course, winners, most notably, of the 2nd annual Memorial $10,000 tournament. Of course, Search and Destroy only as well. Very solid group of players. Simp, Turnup, iLLeY, and Cellium. All very well known when it comes into the Search and Destroy scene, especially Call of Duty esports scene, kind of most notably so far through Infinite Warfare, now, and of course now into World War II, as Turnup just happens to have a player go right past his overall perspective. Shuts down Staandy, but of course will get picked off there from behind from Contrude. So 1 versus 1, Cellium on defense, currently sitting toward that statue side through U, as a few pro teams like to call it, E United being one. As Contrude needs to make a decision here. Looks like he is going to be making his way toward cabin, and maybe not, actually. I was going to say, maybe making his way toward cabin. Granted, it is kind of a difficult bomb set to try to get that one down. Doesn't spot Cellium just up top there onto what is known as pub players as B-Dom. Cellium in that particular position kind of splits the map in half there. Kind of realizes that he has to be in the back lines, kind of watching through middle as well as watching through that backside ruins area. Kind of back tank. Kind of limits his options and is able to win it. And that's why in 1 versus 2 situations, it's always very crucial for the player who does have the remaining teammate who ends up dropping, is that they do get the information coming in from the other player, the opposition. They do get that knowledge of where the shots rather, are coming from. Obviously works it very well there from Cellium. Gets a lot of information and plays it well as the side of SZNXO, rather, does get their first round on the board here for the finals. The Simp shuts down Staandy. That's a big pickup to find. Definitely the guy who could turn the tide around, turn the series maps around at times. As Contrude does find one there to the backside flank. Pick with the Kar98K. Gets spotted out there, I believe, by Turnup. Turnup used to how that sniper rifle works, knows how snipers like to move. Does he get the nice team shots coming in from his, as I would say, his teammate, but nice play there coming in from Turnup. Of course, gets the team support, gets the assist here onto SZNXO. And a great turn on there onto KKizzle. As the FG42 coming out to play here for Turnup. Gets a nice little melee at the end. As it will be now 2 rounds to 1 in favor of the side of SZNXO with Turnup currently sitting at 5 and 2. Of course, I do talk about this guy's sniper rifle play, how talented he can really be with that particular weapon. Of course, Simp as well, kind of the secondary sniper when it comes down to this unit. But also very slow when it comes to the assault rifles. I know he's been kind of rocking the FG42 more as of recent, but also a very solid STG-44 player. Not many pro players liking to rock the STG. When the bar meta was a thing, which wasn't long ago, might I add, he was a solid user of that STG. And made it look easy at that. But currently locking things down here on this B-bomb site. Trying to kind of be the main leader on the defensive end. Will get dropped, so it only holds for as long as he can, as it will be a successful push there from the side of SpriteZero onto that particular bomb site. They kind of take things over, and Staandy, who else? To be the man here at the end, picks off Cellium, lingering toward you. As what's Staandy right now? He's 5-2 already. This, like I said, Staandy is 5-2. Contrude is 7-3. Contrude, of course, threw out the sniper rifle in a round prior. It looks like he's going to be rocking with the Kar 98K heading into this one as well. Of course, trying to peek over toward those side barrels just off of bunker. Not going to be able to find that first pick, though. Why? Because all the action is happening toward that B-bomb site. Simp finding 2 early kills. Contrude wondering what exactly happened to both Staandy and KKizzle. As Contrude still looking on here. Realize that the bomb now is planted. And does not have a weapon of choice. Of course, does have the machine pistol in his back pocket. However, we'll see 2 players walking into his reticle. It isn't able to find either. As iLLeY here, PPSHs will rule this bomb site for the boys on SZNXO, as Simp finds the early 2, iLLeY finding the final, and that's kind of the roles reversed for the most part. I know in past Search and Destroy tournaments, it's iLLeY really who makes those high-volume plays. Of course, very solid SMG player, but normally when he's finding kills, it's usually in a quick sequence, 2 to 3 kills at a time. Of course, very known for his ace in one of our prior UMG tournaments on a St. Marie Dumont. I believe that was the variant, a $3,000 variant that took place just a few weekends ago. Or was that the 10K? I thought that was the 4v4 variant. I guess I'm wrong. My apologies. Regardless, though, very solid player when it comes to that SMG. As SZNXO now left all by himself. 1 versus 3 toward the back lines. Speaking of iLLeY, can't exactly get his weapon onto firing at his body, but still. Looking on here. iLLeY mid-reload. Just a few bullets left in the clip. And we'll finish him off there in the end. So there's 6 rounds of play, 4 of them going over the way of SZNXO. Turnup playing incredibly sound at the moment, 8-3. On the opposite end, you do have Contrude currently sitting at 7-5, and as far as outliers from the negative aspect, KKizzle currently 0-5 as Staandy and Turnup both finding kills early for their teams, but KKizzle currently now 0-6, SZNXO 2-6. Definitely going to pick things up if you are in their position. As consistency, a lot of the time the reigns true when it comes to Search and Destroy. As far as overall series, to be considered that, as Contrude shuts down Simp, took him a little bit to fire that bullet, but iLLeY quick to hop on the plant, and I don't believe that Contrude actually sees his legs on the plant, so obviously realizes he gets the indicator and is trying to throw that frag. If you're in Contrude's position, it's obviously very difficult to spot the legs of the player who's planting the bomb, which was, I believe, I want to say that was Cellium. Or might have been, actually, no, it was iLLeY, I believe. But still, as in mid-toss of that frag, has to realize that the bomb is planted. Where could the player be? And now SZNXO left in an awkward spot. He'll also fall. It's just overall dominant play coming in if you are from SZNXO. And that's a very heads-up play in this round here from iLLeY, I believe. He does get the bomb down, and of course, finding the round-ending kill. As soon as his teammate Simp ends up getting sniped, immediately goes for the plant. And I like that play a lot, because a lot of times where sniper rifles are kind of holding that back line, they don't feel very comfortable when it comes down to that site over on Ruins, of course, being the B-bomb site there. Just because of the amount of little kind of corridors, amount of little angles that you can hide in. SMGs, machine pistols could be lingering at any particular point. So heads-up play from iLLeY to hop on that immediate plant. Kind of make things awkward. And plays it well. As that was, of course, the 7th round that went the way of SZNXO. Trying to win this one in just 8. And we'll see how long SpriteZero can hold on for. His Turnup currently on a 5 spree, 11-3 total in this match. And Contrude still holding out the sniper rifle. Gotta respect the man for continuing on with his strategy. Does have him and SZNXO looking at the same point of view. Probably going to send SZNXO forward, you'd imagine, or at least maybe watch that flank, but goes out with the pistol. Granted, they do have the numbers. And Turnup not fully aware of the pressure that's coming in. Takes him a second to shoot Staandy in that particular scenario, but does pick off one. At the same time, iLLeY shuts down the other. As it's left onto SZNXO, shuts down iLLeY. Now Turnup, last alive, 1 versus 1, and just like that, that will do it for map number 1. Turnup will silence things here, pulls out the PPSH, not a weapon that is used to rocking. But he uses the duck soup to its best ability. So with that, that's map number 1 in our finals. Done with, as it will be a 6-2 solid victory here from the boys on SZNXO. And now looking at USS Texas for map number 2, definitely one that you have to be favoring inside of SZNXO as far as their prior strategies are considered. You talk about the sniper rifles, that's where Turnup likes to linger. You talk about the SMGs up close, that's where guys like iLLeY and Simp can definitely do the damage. So can Staandy and the group from SpriteZero bring it back to force a map number 3, or is this one done in 2? It will be a difficult matchup for them to try and face off against, but can they do it is the question. We'll find out all that information when we return. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for potentially the final time, of course, here in our grand final matchup here for the Call of Duty World War II 4v4 Search and Destroy for November 28th. We're hopping here toward map number 2, USS Texas, between SZNXO and SpriteZero Cranberry. Yes, that is the team name. And they're currently down 0-1 in the series, losing map number 1 on Arden Forest, 6 rounds to 2. Needing to respond back, and that's really going to be off the back of both Contrude and Staandy. As Contrude, just as I start to speak of him, takes out Simp, and it looks like SZNXO shuts down Turnup as well. So Cellium left in a 1 versus 3, PPSH in hand, and we'll get the bomb planter off, at least as far as the positive is considered. That's the most important player to be shutting down. So little victories could be turning into rounds. As Cellium making his way through the back line, Staandy actually getting that bomb planted here. And Cellium, I believe, most likely did spot him out. Does get the indicator, and does he go on the jump up is the question. Spots the legs, goes for the pickup, and yes, finds the kill there onto Staandy. And now Contrude, what's the position? Does he go for the rush? Does he have a line sight to be looking at? As Cellium realizes that this guy does prefer the sniper rifle, checking every single back position. Knows that he prefers the long-range engagements. However, though, Contrude playing the exact opposite, the machine pistol up close. And Cellium saying, should I hop on the bomb? Should I just wait for him to challenge, or what? And Contrude is just above. He most likely is hearing the footsteps. As the frantic Cellium will not be able to win this round. Contrude, patience will pay off. A near 1 versus 3 for Cellium. However, it was just not meant to be. Contrude, though, you got to give a massive props there to him. Seeing that his 2 teammates end up falling, wraps back around through middle. Kind of through bottom ship and plays his position correctly. Just kind of hops underground, and not sure if he kind of, in the back of his mind, is thinking, hey, these guys most likely are assuming that I'm going to be kind of being at a long distance. It's because I'm more of a sniper player, as he does admire the American flag. But yeah, does overall play his position well. Not sure if that was overall a play that he was thinking in the back of his mind, or if it was just happenstance. But regardless, snipers are at the play, and it's going to be a huge one to be facing off against when it comes down to this man Turnup. Of course, him and Simp both prone to rocking those, but standing the opposite end, rocking his sniper rifle as his own. So we've got at least 3 snipers, and Staandy showing exactly why he deserves to be here. Contrude trying to shut down Cellium, doesn't pick him off in that particular scenario. Cellium going for the dolphin dive, is able to stay up. And the opposite end, iLLeY goes for the plant and also picks up the sniper off the ground. Says, thank you very much. I'll be taking that. And also be taking your face, Contrude. Thank you very much, pal. Appreciate that. A lot of snipes go down in USS Texas. Of course, this was to be expected, but there is a potential at one point that we could be seeing 4 snipers be pulled out for, what is it, Contrude, Staandy, both preferring those snipers as they're currently rocking 2. And it's not out of the ordinary to see both Turnup and Simp rocking them. So currently 3 snipers in this round number 3. Of course, just waiting for the picks to come in. As both teams being aware of such. A lot more passive play. Realizing the sniper rifles could be around any particular corner. SZNXO, one of the higher pushed up players. Reason being, why? Because he's got the bomb in his hands. And Turnup watching that angle does catch the head. And I'm not sure if SZNXO knows that that angle is currently being watched, or that even is an angle where his head could have been spotted there. So that Turnup, the quick reaction will shut down one. Bomb left in a pretty awkward spot, but looks like Contrude is somehow able to find that. Shuts down Turnup with the headshot. And now Simp in the back lines might be trying to retrieve that exact sniper rifle. And it looks like he has in fact found it. Trying to pick off one, can't finish off Contrude. And here comes the sniper battle. Simp ends up taking on Contrude. Staandy ends up dropping from behind, and just like that, the pinch comes forward. And that will be around there for the side of SZNXO iLLeY. The one man who's, I feel like, not rocking a sniper rifle in this game. The PPSH, rather. As him and Cellium are able to round up the final few. And this is definitely one that's going to rely a lot on first bloods. And I'm curious to see if we see anyone swap off of it. Looks like Simp pulling out the sniper rifle, Turnup rocking it now. 4 snipers in this round. Half the players rocking the Kar 98K. I don't believe anyone else is rocking. Yeah, it'd be kind of crazy if we saw a 5th sniper rifle be brought out. But still, 4 sniper rifles currently being watched. Staandy on one side versus Simp. Contrude and Turnup on the other. As it really is going to rely a lot on first blood. And Staandy finds a huge kill there onto iLLeY. And that's a nice potential there. Great, nice little jump spot. Not many players knowing of that position. And a little bit too aggressive as Simp makes him pay. Turnup and Simp have now joined alongside of each other. And Simp actually pulls out the sniper along with grabbing the objective. Definitely not what you're going to see very often. And with having the bomb in their particular position, on their exact side, the sniper rifles are going to be hard to try and gather, but Contrude still has one. An up-close fight, Simp not finding hit markers. You need a quick reaction here. Gets the leg shot, has to go for the challenge, but he only has 4 bullets and tries to go for the player who is going for the defuse, which will be Contrude. He's going to hop off that one because they realize the round is secured. Going to give that one over toward KKizzle as he's going to earn that Molotov there. Heading into round number 5. But back and forth we go as we're level at 2. As this one has been interesting, but you got to keep in mind that was a huge snipe that Contrude ends up finding after trying to retake on that B-bomb site. As it looks like Simp swapping back here toward that PPSH. And we'll see what the attacking team will do here heading into round number 5. Of course, being SpriteZero Cranberry. Up close and personal fight, SZNXO. Immediate reaction there onto Cellium. iLLeY, thankfully, is there for the trade. And that long range, the PPSH coming out from iLLeY. As you can just see, the confidence behind this young man, willing to challenge Contrude. I think Contrude was more stunned by that than iLLeY was. And he will get picked off there. Simp doing some damage. Staandy somehow able to find Simp there. These guys just have such insane reaction times when it comes down to that sniper rifle. Thankfully, the Kar 98K makes it a little bit easier for those quick reactions, but still, just insane stuff. As Staandy goes up the stairs, he'll get picked off, and it will be a round advantage now toward the side of SZNXO. So back and forth, like I said, and of course, constant action taking place. And looking at the outliers at the moment, there really aren't any, to be honest with you. 4 kills for both Contrude and Staandy. iLLeY with 5, along with Cellium. But lowest kills margin is 2 right now for KKizzle. But can't really hate on him too much, especially because it's only been 5 rounds of play, but still looking on, though. Nades exchanged underground, and iLLeY going for the plant here over on A. Does get it down successfully. And I believe that is going to be, I think that's Contrude in the back lines. For SpriteZero, of course, tosses out the nade and unfortunately does not get a hit marker, so can't really go for the re-challenge. iLLeY should be able to pick off this one, but no, Contrude is there. Finds the one onto iLLeY, somehow is able to dodge that sniper bolt coming in from Turnup, but Turnup, despite dying, is able to find one just quickly before he drops. And that is a huge kill that Turnup finds, as it now will leave Cellium in a 1 versus 2. Spots out one, that's KKizzle who falls, and just like that, it's going to be the side of SZNXO who wins this round. SZNXO doesn't have time to go for the defuse. What an insane play that comes in from Turnup, as despite taking the shots from behind, realizes what's most important and is able to pick off one. Huge play there coming in from Turnup, of course, along with the overall side of SZNXO. but definitely enabled that round to go his teammates' way, as it's now 4 rounds to 2 in favor of SZNXO. Cellium rocking the PPSH, a.k.a. the Duck Soup. Definitely one of the more interesting variant names, I think it's fair to say, in World War II. But looking underground is iLLeY. iLLeY now pulling out the sniper rifle. Everyone's pulling out the sniper rifle on USS Texas. All bets are off. And SZNXO, having that objective in hand, is able to drop one. Turnup also pulling on a sniper rifle. Does Simp have one too? I'm not even sure. Simp just picked off someone with a headshot there. And now it's Contrude, last alive. And if you're in Contrude's point of view, you got to be thinking in the back of your head, as just happens to get a shot there past the brain. As being in that position, realizing that you're in a 1 versus 3, and obviously realizing the fact that you're down as far as the series is considered. Now it will be map point along with series point, as well as tournament point. A lot of points. Tournament point, though, now on board here for the side of SZNXO, as they can make this one in back-to-back maps. 6-2 victories. Will that be the case, though? Staandy has been the true outlier when it came down to this squad so far in this tournament. And currently sitting at 4-7. Granted, he's only had 2 rounds of play to kind of work off of, but needs to be playing a little bit more solid. Of course, this map plays a lot more different than all the other Search and Destroy maps are. Picking off Turnup from behind, and now Cellium left all by himself and can't find Staandy, as that's a big 2-piece that comes in from that young man there. As he's able to find one from the flank, and is able to make it work. Trying to stay alive for as long as they can. Can SpriteZero at least force overtime is the question. Of course, currently sitting at 5 rounds to 3. A lot of momentum coming into this one. If they were able to win this round, of course, obviously it's not momentum if you are the side of SZNXO. Why? Because you'd obviously win the tournament. But still, round by round, things could be getting more interesting. I believe I hear smokes out. That could be a kill. No, Cellium able to stay alive. That's a huge play there. As Cellium finds the first blood, Simp finds the second. Most importantly, Cellium stays alive. But Staandy, from the back lines, I said he needs to have a strong performance. He's the guy who has to go off if we're going to see SpriteZero have a chance in this one. As SZNXO finds one before dropping. It's a 1 versus 2, and Staandy, the machine pistol in hand. The Molotov in the back pocket, and also has a frag to work with for the tournament. Can he stay alive and make this one go on for a little bit longer? Or will Turnup and Cellium just be too much of a force? Turnup should spot, I believe, yes. Just happens to catch the back line. The outline, rather, of Staandy. And so wary of where that bomb is planted, or that bomb is dropped, excuse me, just because of being in that particular position makes things a little bit more difficult, and kind of being in this point of view is going to be left up to Turnup. The easy shot actually goes for the machine pistol at range, but thankfully his teammate is there, as it will be a tournament yet again in the books for the side of SZNXO, as they are your Call of Duty World War II 4v4 Search and Destroy champions here for November 28th. As massive credit to those boys as they continue to dominate the World War II online scene, especially when it comes down to Search and Destroy tournaments. Of course, congratulations to iLLeY, Turnup, Simp, and Cellium as they win map number 1 in Arden 4, 6 rounds to 2. And on map number 2 here, USS Texas, they win this one in just 9 rounds of play, with Cellium finishing off 10-6 and iLLeY finishing off 8-5. Of course, massive credit to this group. Also have to give a massive credit to the side of SpriteZero Cranberry, as they also played their hearts out. Staandy, though, major outlier when it came down to that particular group, played very, very well and had a number of different strong performances, along with that near 1 versus 4 clutch that happened in their first series. But, of course, guys, thank you so much for tuning in.